Hari Om, everybody. Welcome back. It's 10 o'clock. Let's get started. गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतान् शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये वागीशाद्या सुमनसः सर्वार्थानामुपक्रमे यं नत्वा कृतकृत्या स्युः तं नमामि गजाननं वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणे विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि सद्गुरुं तं नमामि श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्य केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत् व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं यस्य सन्निधिमात्रेण सर्वे शिष्याश्च सेवकाः कर्मक्षेत्रे प्रवर्तन्ते चिन्मयं तं नमाम्यहम्. Let us do the Pratasmaranam. प्रातस्मरामि हृदि संस्फुरदात्मतत्त्वम् सच्चित्सुखं परमहंसगतिं तुरीयम् यत्स्वप्नजागर सुषुप्तमवैति नित्यम् तद्ब्रह्म निष्कळमहम् न च भूतसङ्घः प्रातर्भजामि मनसा वचसामगम्यम् वाचो विभान्ति निखिल यदनुग्रहेण यन्नेति नेति वचनैर् nigama avochuhu tam deva devam ajamachyuta mahuragyam pratarnamami tamasah paramarkavarnam purnam sanatanapadam purushottamākhyam yasminnidam jagadasheshamasheshamurtau rajvam bhujangamayiva pratibhasitam vai rajvam bhujangamayiva pratibhasitam vai. Hari Om. Welcome back, everybody. We started the text Nirvana Shatkam 2 weeks ago. We have covered the first 2 verses so far in our contemplation after an elaborate introduction. If you missed any of these last 2 sessions, I strongly suggest please listen to it, to the first 2 on the YouTube channel, Chinmaya Ramana. It gives you a good idea on our spiritual journey so far. The preparatory process for Vedantic contemplation. What are the problems of the mind? Mala, the impurities. Vikshepa, the restlessness of the mind. Avarana, the ignorance of the true nature. How to prepare the mind for meditation and Vedantic contemplation. In short, practice of meditation has 2 aspects. One, to withdraw the mind from external objects, any other distractions, and turn the mind towards the subject, that is the pure consciousness. We also saw some pointers in the last 2 classes as to what is meditation, that effortless abidance in one's own true nature. It is to be who you are, what you are. Now, because we have to withdraw our mind, the first step is to go to a solitary place. Even if it is within our own home, you spend time alone, ekanta, with a good asana, a firm seat, close your eyes, sit in a very comfortable posture, head to toe in one straight line. Relax, have the right attitude, meaning no agitations, etc. Be cheerful. First, mentally prostrate to your Guru, Guru Namanam, seek his blessings. Drop all the identities that you carry in the outside world in that particular seat of meditation, and then gradually withdraw the mind. As the thoughts flow, do not judge any of these thoughts. We call it the thought parade. Just focus and listen. Let us chant the first verse. Mano buddhyahankara chitta ninaham. Did Akhil join?
Hari Om, Venkatesh.
Hari Om. Mano buddhyahankara chittani naham.
Manobudhyahankara chittani naham.
Na cha shrotra jihve, na cha ghrana netre.
न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे
न च व्योम भूमिर न तेजो न वायुः
न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायुः
चिदानंद रूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
चिदानंद रूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्.
As we discussed last week, each of these 6 verses, the first 3 lines tell me what I am not. The last of each of these lines, each of these verses, they declare who am I, who I am, that auspiciousness I am, that Shivoham, that Shivaswarupa, Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham, Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. During this class, just sit back, focus, and listen. This is fixing the mind on the self, that quiet mind on the self, that I am, that pure consciousness, that Chit Swarupa, that pure knowledge, that bliss, that Shiva Swarupa, that very nature of auspiciousness. We know that this is the anubhuti or the experience of Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji himself. How does he communicate that? His experience by first negating what the self is not. Then the last line again, who I am. Why 3 to 1? Because I have anatmani atma buddhi. That is the viparita bhavana that I am trying to negate. I have more identification with anatma. 3 times more. So the first verse, I am negating what? The internal organs, my antahkarana. As I explained last week, it has 4 aspects. Mana, mind. Buddhi, intellect. Chitta, memory. Ahankara, ego. We saw last week that our organs of action responds to the world through the mind. Sankalpa vikalpatmakam manaha. Mind is that seat of thoughts in a state of flux, a state of indecision. Now, when the thoughts are in a state of decision, nischayatmika buddhi, that intellect decides, discriminates, it thinks. And ahankara owns it up. Aham karta iti ahankaraha. That I am the doer. I am the enjoyer. That notion of doership. So in this verse, Mano buddhyahankara chittani naham. I am not that mind. I am not that intellect. I am not that ego. Ego is not my amigo. I have to let it go. I am not that memory. न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे. I am not the five organs of perception. Jnanendriyas. न च व्योम भूमिर न tejo न vayuh. I am not the five great elements. I am not the space. I am not earth. I am not fire. I am not air. So in this verse, the entire subtle body, Sukshma Sharira, is negated as not me. And the true self is declared as Chidananda Rupah Shivoham Shivoham, which is the enlivener of everything, including the subtle body. Moving on to the second verse. न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायुः
न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायुः
न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशाः
न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशाः
न वाक्पाणिपादौ न चोपस्थपायु
न वाक्पाणिपादौ न चोपस्थपायु
चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्.
So, न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायुः. I am not this prana. We applied the logic of druk drushya viveka. I am aware of my pranas. I can become witness to my inhalation and exhalation. Hence, I am not the prana. I am not the pancha pranas, even that vayu vikara, because they take care of my physiological functions of the body. I am not that. Then there are the sapta dhatus, nava sapta dhatau. I am not the seven material components that make up this physical body. What are they? The skin, the flesh, fat, majja, blood, muscles, bone marrow. Meaning, I am not these construction materials that make up the physical or the gross body. Nava Panchakoshaha. These are the ones that are blocking my Antaratma. We saw this diagram that to explain the 5 koshas, food sheath, Annamaya kosha, Stula Sharira, or even the gross body, vital air sheath, Pranamaya kosha, mental sheath, Manomaya kosha, intellectual sheath, Vijnanamaya kosha. Together they are called the subtle body or Sukshma Sharira. Those who have not gone through the basic Vedanta, so you can revisit that. Bliss sheath, that is the closest to Atma, Anandamaya Kosha, that is the experience we have of that through deep sleep every night, where we have lost all our identity. It is also called as Karana Sharira. Then we have the 5 organs of action. Karmendriyas, organ of speech. Hands, I'm not the hands. I'm not the legs. I don't have to explain that. Vak, Pani, Padav, Payu, Upasta. None of these. Meaning, I am not the Panchakoshas. I am not the Saptadhatus. I am not the Stula Sharira that constitute my gross physical body. This entire physical body is inert. It is anatma, not self, not the inner self, that pure consciousness, that pure awareness. That is who I am. Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham. Now let's go to the 3rd verse today. Name dvesharagau.
Name dvesharagau.
Name lobhamohau.
Name lobhamohau.
Name dvesharagau. Name lobhamohau.
Name dvesharagau. Name lobhamoho.
Mado naiva me naiva.
Madho naiva me naiva.
Matsarya bhavaha.
Matsarya bhavaha.
First 2 lines again. Name dvesharagau. Name lobhamohau.
Name dvesharagau. Name lobhamoho.
Mado naiva me naiva. Matsarya bhavaha.
Madho naiva me naiva. Matsarya bhavaha.
Na dharmo na chartho.
Na dharmo na chartho.
Na kamo na mokshaha.
Na kamo na mokshaha.
Na dharmo na chartho. Na kamo na mokshaha.
Na dharmo na chartho na kamo na mokshaha.
Chidanandarupah Shivoham Shivoham.
Chidanandarupah Shivoham Shivoham.
Chidanandarupah Shivoham Shivoham.
Chidanandarupah Shivoham Shivoham.
Thank you, Akhil. Remember, in the introduction to this text, I had mentioned that we have been leading a vasana anusari jivana, an instinctive behavior mainly driven by our inherent tendencies called vasanas. Those vasanas manifest in the form of likes raga, dislikes dvesha. This is the R&D I was talking about. Raga and dvesha. One might say, oh, I have studied Vedanta. And you hear things like, I am not there yet. I understand Vedanta, but I am not there yet. So these are the pairs of opposites, dvandvas, as it is called. Raga, likes, dvesha, dislikes. Pairs of opposites. Sukha, dukkha. Lobha, moha. What do? They will not allow us to make that paradigm shift. When we study a text called Panchadashi by Swami Vidyaranya, we will go through this type of logic. Two reasons. Mainly, just to summarize, we may not have enough qualifications. Remember the 4 Ds of Vedanta? We may be deficient in our vitamin Ds. What are they? D, discrimination, first D, viveka, dispassion, vairagya, 6 disciplines, shama, dhamma, uparama, ityadi, and mumukshutva, burning desire for liberation. Then one may say qualification is for the antahkarana. But I have already negated my antahkarana in the first shloka. See, that is what makes Advaita very difficult to comprehend for an unprepared mind. Because I do not want to take the ownership of the truth. What is that movie where Jack Nicholson says, I can't handle the truth in this case. So as long as mala, the impurities of the mind remain, the vasanas manifest into greed, lobha. You know, a lot of times we say, or people say, if I had that one more thing, I am done. This is called a +1 syndrome. See, last week, a chip maker, NVIDIA, it reported its quarterly earnings. The whole stock market was at a standstill for this one chip stock earnings report. Because people are heavily invested. In fact, those 5 or 7 stocks, they make up to about $12 trillion in terms of market capitalization. You know, did you know there are only 2 reasons you stay in the market because of greed, lobha, and you sell out of the market because of fear, bhaya, so that we lose everything. Coming back to Nirvana Shatkam, here Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya ji is saying, I have already negated and transcended the physical or gross body and the subtle body, the 2 upadhis, to 2 limitations. So I am beyond these dvandvas, beyond these pairs of opposites, dvandva atita. So in this verse, all the dvandvas are being negated. Raga, likes, dvesha, dislikes, lobha, greed, moha, delusion, mada, pride, matsarya bhavaha, jealousy, no jealousy. Name dvesharagau, name lobhamohau. Madhu naiva me naiva matsarya bhavaha. Then we know we have 4 goals. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. These are called 4 purusharthas. See, in our lives, we need to lead a dharmic life to fulfill our desires, kama. And for that, we need artha, money. And all of this should be towards moksha. These are the 4 pillars that govern our life. Who does this apply to? If there is kartrutva bhava, that I am the doer. And when we say, because we have studied Upadesha Sara, I'll say, Ishwararpitam Nechaya Kritam. I have become the Karana. I have become the instrument of action for him to work through me. Chitta Shodhakam Mukti Sadhakam. All the kartrutva that I am the doer is because of my ajnana. Or when the avidya or ajnana is gone, I am free from purusharthas. See, for artha and kama, we can take Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji when he says, we accept immediately, no problem. When he says, na dharmo na mokshaha, in this verse, we have to reflect on that statement in depth. See, the jiva has to lead a life of achara with vichara. performing the swadharma, a life of virtuous values, and then only it can evolve over a period of time. So the jiva, remember I told you in the introduction. What did I tell you in the introduction? As we are traveling on the spiritual highway with a GPS, Guru Parampara and Shastra, following that, what is in the Shastra, this evolution of the jiva, what does it do? It makes this jiva into a Brahmagnani. Then we say, for him, that Brahmagnani, he has a beautiful mind. The fragrance of his mind and his knowledge is what is spreading around. So for this Brahmagnani that is described in this verse, the one who has realized the truth, for him, he has transcended these upadhis. He can let go these identities easily. He is one with that infinite Brahman. For him, the worldly problems belong to the Antahkarana, the BMI complex, the body, mind, and the intellect complex. His Drudha Nischaya, his firm belief is Atma is Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta. It is ever pure, ever liberated. He is full, total fulfillment. Kruta Krutya. What a beautiful. Na dharmo na chartho na kamo na moksha chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. He is that pure consciousness. Moving to the next verse, number 4. Na punyam na papam
न पुण्यं न पापं
na saukyam na dukkham
न सौख्यं न दुःखं
na punyam na papam na saukyam na dukkham
न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं
na mantro na tirtham
न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं
na veda na yajnah
न वेदा न यज्ञः
na mantro na tirtham na veda na yajnah
न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदा न यज्ञः
aham bhojanam naiva
अहं भोजनं नैव
bhojam na bhokta
भोज्यं न भोक्ता
aham bhojanam naiva bhojam na bhokta
अहं भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भोक्ता
Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham.
चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
Continuing on this same chain of thoughts, from the previous verse, when the man takes himself to be Jiva, what happens? He is subject to impurities, Raga, Dvesha. Likes and dislikes, agitations of the mind, emotional imbalances, anger, greed, jealousy, kama, krodha, moha, lobha, ityadi. Then what happens? If he is driven to meritorious actions, it results in meritorious results called punya. Adharmic or evil actions lead to unmeritorious results called papa. That is a higher level dvandva. Papa, punya. If you have punya, that translates to an experience of sukham, temporary happiness. If you have done too much punya karma, we may take up a celestial body. The Puranas say Gandharva, Yaksha, Kinnara, Devas. Then we may go to different worlds to enjoy the bhoga, enjoyment. Or even here, we might enjoy sukham. The jiva becomes the experiencer, the bhokta. And the object of experience is called bhojya. And the experience itself is bhojanam. Now let us apply the gunatraya viveka. If the jiva is predominantly sattvic, he may avoid doing evil deeds in this world, lead a life of virtue, a life of achara and vichara. What does he do? He studies the mantras, go through the verse, goes on the pilgrimages, tirtha yatra, studies the scriptures, Veda, all for what? Chitta Shuddhi. Purification of mind. But the verse says, na mantro na tirtham na Veda na yagnaha. But for a gnani, a man of realization who knows these are for chitta, he knows that he has migrated from chitta to chit swarupa. He knows that these are antaranga and bahiranga sadhanas that are for antahkarana shuddhi, purification of the mind. He knows at this stage he is akarta, not the doer. Abhokta, he is not the enjoyer. He has transcended this triputi. That is aham bhojanam naiva bhojam na bhoktya bhokta. So he is firm. He is firm that I am that Atma Swarupa. He is reveling in that supreme bliss. And that is Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Let's stop here and continue in the next class. Please stay back for the Q&A session. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat. May all be healthy. May all be happy. May all see auspiciousness. May none suffer. Om peace, peace, peace. With that, I'll open it up.